This is exciting, guys. Welcome. This is episode 5 of Preachers of LA, the power rankings done by the Baddest Chaplain himself, Chris B, and my wonderful beloved Bree. Bree, what's Aguan?
Not much.
Alright, so
I feel a lot better this week.
Yeah, clap it up for good health. Clap it up for good health. Alright. This is a good episode. This is a really good episode, and I think part of what has made it so good is that although there were only 4 families featured on this one, they were like there wasn't any bottom feeders on this one. You know what I mean? Like everyone came correct.
Every other week, it's been so obvious who's gonna be in the top and who's gonna be in the bottom.
Exactly.
But this week made me think, and it was kind of difficult.
Yeah. And we'll preface these rankings with saying that we're very much still open to debate. Yeah. So hit us up. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave comments. Good comments. But you're real. Be real. And if you're listening to this on Sound Booth Radio, of course, you can hit us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/STCDNW. Now, shameless plugs aside, let's get to the rankings. Number 4, we said with hesitation, but Bishop Jones, right? Is that what we said?
I thought you said Cheney.
You might be right. We did say Cheney. See, I told you it was going to be difficult this week. The Cheneys, I'll tell you what made me feel like they were so low in the rankings was they were kind of a little too bougie at first when he was talking about the aluminum foil being problematic for the cookout. This was like the 4th of July episode. And so when he was acting too bougie or too stoush, as my West Indian friends say, come on, it's aluminum foil. What are you getting all bent out of shape for? It's 10 containers. What's the problem? I mean,
on the other hand, I think it's interesting that the whole way they promoted them at the beginning, like the saved and sexual way, is not portrayed in this episode.
No, not
it's
at
very
all.
much, we're a husband and wife, we're a ministry, and we have to make these decisions.
Yeah. Now, the main thing with them was trying to decide whether or not First Lady Cheney would be able to apply for the role of executive pastor at their church. And it's clear that she's very much down for her hubby. She clearly loves him a lot. She's a great wife.
She's great.
The staff was not pleased. They were not down for the crown. They felt like... But at the same time, their arguments for why she shouldn't do it seemed really, really backwards to me. Like, I thought they were going to say in terms of, them making sure that they had time as a couple and sort of leaving that stuff
It all
out
revolved
of the house.
around what the congregation was going to think. It had,
Right.
I mean, there was no... there could be some legitimacy to what they were saying, but it was all like, some of the older members might not want to be under a woman, and how does that look with having your wife, playing the wife card?
Ultimately, they decided to go ahead and select her as executive pastor, but I'm not sure if he made the best decision.
Me neither.
And I think it's just, I'm okay with that. I ain't got to answer word to prop. Yeah. It's okay.
Yep.
I'm with that. But number 3, this was Bishop Jones. A lot of humble bragging from the good bishop this episode. He's like, I have to go from Ghana to New Orleans and all these first world problems. Like, he's always on the plane. He's always traveling. Like, boo, who really cares, man? You living the life. Come on. You're in New Orleans. What's good? What's really good, Bishop? You know what I mean? Poor boo thing, Loretta. How you feel about Loretta, Bree?
I don't know how I feel about her. Because at first she's like, I'm okay. I'm not waiting. But then seeing all those couples at the July 4th cookout made her be like, okay, yeah, we are going to get engaged one day. But Bishop's not there.
It kind of hurt my feelings to see all the couples are so booed up when the fireworks are going off for 4th of July. And I heard her hold my mule, but Bishop had Loretta holding his dog. The real first lady.
The real first lady.
JJ. Even JJ, did you see JJ during the therapy session that Bishop Jones was in, came downstairs like, what y'all talking about? You know what I mean? The first lady JJ runs things, you know what I'm saying?
She does.
But I'll give props to Bishop Jones, though, for this. It's good that he's promoting therapy. 'Cause a lot of folks need to go to therapy. You know what I mean?
Yes, God gave each of us the ability to overcome sickness and mental illness.
Right.
But he also gave us people who are trained to help us sort out our thoughts and help us get to the point of mental health and emotional health.
Yeah.
You go to a doctor when you're sick.
Right.
You got to go to a therapist when you're not feeling right emotionally.
We got a mental sniffle.
Yes.
Props to Patra. No longer on a romantic call. Look like she's a therapist now.
I never heard of that woman until you
You
said
never
something.
heard of Pactra? Oh my god, that's for another episode. But no, his therapist looked like Queen Pactra, 90s dancehall star. But on a more serious note, it really reinforced for me that the way you're treated as a kid matters a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that there's a lot of stuff that you carry with you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And I think it's almost like, you ever heard how when you're dealing with like alcoholics, they say that you're never cured from alcoholism, you just deal with you manage your addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in the same way. Like, you're never cured from those problems, you just have to learn how to manage them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's real stuff. Number 2. I'm surprised, but this should show y'all that we're fair people over here, man.
Yep.
Dietrich Haddon.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Never thought I never would have made it. Never would have made it. But he was a little. Let me start with the things that made me a little bit. He was so jelly. All right, he needs to grow up because he got jealous of my man Bishop Gibson at the barbecue because Bishop Gibson played the piano. He was like, "You think you a musician?" He's jealous of Bishop Jones's house. He's just jelly. I wasn't liking that. It was playful, but at the same time, I was like, "Come on, son," you know what I mean? But I feel like I gotta give him props for this. Even though I find him to be a very annoying person, I think his heart is in the right place.
Definitely.
You know?
That scene with the woman and the cross and the message on the cross really, really moved me.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. And then he was singing at the Essence Music Festival. What's that song he sang? What was it? Was it his hit song?
I can't think of the name of it.
I can't think
but
of
I know
it.
the tune.
Yeah, and I didn't know that I liked any songs of his at all, so I was kind of embarrassed. But I'm still gonna pretend now that whenever I hear that song, that Ty Tribbett made it. It'll just make it easier for me. I don't know, whatever. Number 1, my man and lady, Bishop Gibson, First Lady Gibson.
But they are number 4 when it comes to giving unsolicited advice.
Oh my gosh, they are the worst. They are true proprietors of unsolicited advice. It's just like, come on, like, you don't want to do that. And they're very down to earth people, I feel like, in general. But
Like, and I understand them trying to be like Mama Bear and Papa Bear.
Mhm,
We are
mhm.
a couple and we want to give advice.
he
But
made Bishop Jones play for his
You
freedom.
don't know a lot about them. Like, you gotta, like I said before in another episode, you've got to be on that level with someone that you can give them advice for them to hear you, or else they're not going to hear you.
They're not going to be with it. They are not going to be with it at all. But aside from that, aside from giving unsolicited advice and making Bishop Jones play for his freedom, you know, he made Bishop Jones play him in pool. And if he won, Bishop Jones was going to have to propose to his boo thing, Loretta. And
That's such a bogus thing.
but Bishop Jones shouldn't take that because you know Bishop Gibson's going to win. I don't even know how well Bishop Jones could play. And it's his pool table. But still, you knew. When you saw that brother walk in that barbecue with a white suit on, you knew 2 things. Number 1, he wasn't going to get a spot on that suit. And number 2, there might be a chance he'd be really good at pool. At least that's what I knew in my head. I don't know. Foresight. But nevertheless, even though they have their problems, because they're human beings, this couple is still forever my favorite. They're my favorite couple.
I like them a lot.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're my favorite couple when the Hazelip song on it. And when the Hazelip song on it, then
why
I
weren't the
have to kinda think.
Hazelips at the cookout?
Yeah, I was a little upset. It's alright that McClendon wasn't there. I don't think he's fun. He doesn't look like a fun guy. He's gonna keep like, I have things to do. It's 4th of July. Banks are closed. You still busy? What's wrong with you? But I like the Hazelips. Thankfully, they're gonna be on next week's episode, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be good. So, wow, you know, thanks. That was pretty smooth.
Pretty smooth. A lot easier discussion than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Thinking, because this is a really hard episode to rank.
Yeah, it was. But I hope you guys are enjoying. Please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, watch it on YouTube. YouTube.com. And search for Preachers of LA Power Rankings. You already know what it is. It's a good brother, the baddest chaplain himself, Chris B. And we got to get you a nickname, Bree. You want a nickname?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's my beloved for now, at least.
The Beloved.
The beloved. That sounds intense. All right. Till next time, y'all. Peace.